Welcome to this edition of Biker Angle, episode 723. I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Don't forget to head over to Google Play and download the Instagram TV app so you can watch the Biker Angle right there on your phone. If you'd like to contribute $1 or $2 to the show, you can do so by either becoming a monthly Patreon or one-time donation through PayPal. Insane Throttle keeps our content free and supported entirely on contributions from our audience. And a big thanks for those that have been being contributors and becoming monthly Patreons. We really appreciate it. Without you guys, the show wouldn't be here. So let's jump right into it. Youngstown, Ohio. A shooting at a motorcycle club in Youngstown early Saturday morning sent 3 people to the hospital. Officers were called to the Afro Dogs Clubhouse on Gibson Street around 4 a.m. in the morning for a shooting. The victims were all female, and one may have lost eyesight in one eye. The victims were, transported to St. Elizabeth in their own vehicles, while the third was taken by ambulance. As of now, all victims are listed in stable condition. There is no word of any suspects. It must have been a cat fight over there. But anyway, the Washington Post. Motorcycle officer escorting a colleague's funeral is killed by a suspected drunk driver. Officer Tyrone Andrews lost his battle with cancer on July 14th. A week later, his fellow Dallas police officers were up before the sun, escorting the 27-year-old, not 27-year-old, it was actually a 27-year veteran's body to his hometown in Louisiana, which would serve as Andrew's final resting place. Corporal Earl Jamie Gibbons, a motorcycle officer with the traffic unit, had one of the most dangerous jobs of the endeavor. He rode ahead of the massive vehicles using his motorcycle and flashing lights to block traffic from entering Interstate 20 until the procession passed. He had stationed his motorcycle at the entrance ramp on Bonneville Road on Saturday morning when tragedy struck. A speeding Kia Sportage smacked into the motorcycle officer and then crashed into a nearby concrete barrier, police said in a news release. Photos from the Dallas Morning News showed the aftermath, which it was pretty grisly, man, it really was. A trail of debris leading to Gibbons' battered motorcycle, which came to rest against an I-20 guardrail. The Sportage sat a few yards away, crumpled against the concrete divider. Dallas police said the driver of the Kia SUV was Adrian Breedlove, 25. He has been charged with intoxicated manslaughter and unlawfully carrying a weapon. He was being held in jail on $76,000 bond. It was unclear if he had hired or been appointed an attorney. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office said the crash is still under investigation. According to Dallas-Fort Worth CBS affiliate KTVT, but any charges referred to our office in this matter will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Frazier said that Gibbons was heavily involved in the assist of the Officer Foundation, which works to provide additional support to officers injured on the job. According to the Morning News, motorcycle officers are vulnerable while assigned to escort duties. In 2008, a Corporal Tirado, 49, died in a crash while working traffic for the motorcade of then-Senator Hillary Clinton during her campaign for president, Reuters reported. Gibbons' death was the second line-of-duty death in Dallas this year. Officer Rengeli Sentader, a 3-year veteran, was killed April 25th, according to CBS. Sentader, his partner, Crystal Almeida, and security officer at a Home Depot store were all shot while trying to arrest the 29-year-old on an outstanding warrant. The other victim survived, and the assailant was arrested after a 5-hour manhunt. You know, bikers and cops have that line that we never cross, but this dude was out there doing his job, and some fucking idiot was drinking and driving. And, yeah, we all know that feeling because a lot of us experienced it with people that we knew, getting hit and, getting killed with that drinking and driving shit, man. And our prayers go out to the family and hope that they can find some comfort that this fucking idiot was caught. But, yeah, it's bad out there. You know, with the texting and the drinking, you know, it's not easy anymore being on a bike. But our prayers go out to you guys. President Trump in a tweet, and I like this one, man. You gotta love the fucking Trumpster. In capital letters, late Saturday night, warned Iranian President Rouhani that if Iran threatened the United States again, it would face severe consequences. Trump's message came as Secretary of State Pompeo said the United States would step up broadcasts into Iran critical of the country's theocratic rulers. You gotta love this tweet from Trump here. To Iranian President Rouhani, never ever threaten the United States again or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before. We are no longer a country that will stand for your demented words of violence and death. Be cautious, Trump tweeted. Oh my God, with Trump. Iran's state-owned Islamic Republic news agency replied within hours dismissing Trump's tweet and describing it as a passive reaction to Rouhani's remarks. Yeah, I don't think they know Trump, man. He's not too passive. Earlier Sunday, Rouhani said the United States should avoid inciting Iranians against the government as the Trump administration is poised to reimpose sanctions suspended under the 2015 nuclear deal that Trump withdrew from in May. Quote, "You're not in a position to incite the Iranian nation against Iran's security and interests," Rouhani said. Then a general blah, 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 I can't even pronounce this guy's fucking name, head of the Revolutionary Guard's paramilitary force said the United States won't dare take military action against Iran, whose missiles can hit most of the Middle East. Iran also controls part of the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow passageway for all Persian Gulf oil tanker traffic. Yeah, I guess they never heard of the United States Navy. Anyway, the escalation of bellicose rhetoric comes just 3 weeks before the first round of banking sanctions suspended under the nuclear deal is reimposed. Bigger sanctions, which will take effect in November, are aimed at cutting off virtually all of Iran's oil market. Pompeo on Sunday launched a harsh attack on Iran's clerical and military rulers, calling them a kleptocracy akin to the mafia, which I wouldn't fucking doubt, man. You know what? For all those people, it's not even having to deal with the Muslim shit, but all those people crying socialism or communism, it's always the people at the top with the money, why the poor mokes and the sheep are at the bottom with nothing. Just remember that, you new generation dumbasses. Quote, "The level of corruption and wealth among the regime leaders shows that Iran is run by something that resembles the mafia more than a government," he said in a speech made to the largely Iranian-American audience at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. Pompeo was introduced by Fred Ryan, publisher of the Washington Post and chairman of the Ronald Reagan Foundation. You imagine Reagan around today, man? He wouldn't play around either, man. He really wouldn't. Pompeo said the administration has concluded that Tehran has no statesman willing to moderate its policy. A sharp break from the Obama administration, which negotiated a nuclear deal hoping an improving economy would give relative pragmatists like Rouhani a boost. No, that's what the Democrats have been doing for years. It's just like the Soviet Union. It's funny, they're out there crying Russia, 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 and just on Friday, the FISA application was released, and guess what? It's proven that Democratic research started all the bull or the BS with this Russia interference stuff. There is none. There is none. And it's funny that they're out there crying Russia, 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 why, when it was the USSR, they did nothing but give in to them. Nothing. Remember that. Wow. Anyway, but Pompeo said Rouhani and Foreign Minister Mohammad Zarif are merely polished frontman for the Ayatollah's international con artistry. Their nuclear deal didn't make them moderates, it made them wolves in sheep clothing. He stopped short of calling for regime change, but announced stepped-up U.S. government broadcasting in Farsi that is likely to foment further unrest against the government. He said the U.S. Broadcasting Board of Governors is taking steps to circumvent internet censorship in Iran and creating a round-the-clock Farsi channel across television, radio, digital, and social media formats, so that ordinary Iranians inside Iran and the globe will know that America stands with them. When a member of the audience asked him whether the Iranian people might gain control of their company in the foreseeable future, Pompeo replied swiftly, "Of course. We don't know the right moment," he said. "We don't know the day that the behavior of the regime will change. But we do know the things that the world is obligated to do so that when the right time comes, when the right moment comes, that opportunity is even more likely to find its fulfillment." Pompeo said that Trump's administration would be willing to hold talks with the Iranian government if it stops repressing dissidents and religious minorities and stops supporting militant groups and conflicts elsewhere in the region. But the one-sentence offer in a long speech suggests that Pompeo deems any behavior change by Iran unlikely. You think so? They're never going to change. Many of the Iranian Americans in the audience either fled or are descendants of those who fled the country after the Islamic Revolution toppled the Shah in '79. Southern California is home to about 250,000 Iranian Americans. Quote, "To our Iranian American and Iranian friends," Pompeo said, "tonight I tell you that the Trump administration dreams the same dreams for the people of Iran as you do. And through our labors and God's providence, that day will come true." Well, hopefully it does, but I don't see nothing short of a war that's going to, stop this kind of shit over there. But I do like it that Trump is standing up for the United States for once in this damn country. It's about time that we have an American president that is strong enough to stand up to these people. And you have to admit he's doing it under some badass pressure, not only from the news media, but the Democratic Party, which, I used to be what was called a blue dog Democrat growing up. It was a conservative Democrat. It was more, kind of in lines of what Kennedy was. Not Ted Kennedy. He was a fucking idiot. But what I'm talking about is, Bobby and, JFK. Those are the type of Democrats I was used to. But the Democratic Party's moved so far left that it's sickening. Now they're openly promoting socialism. Like I said on yesterday's broadcast, Bernie Sanders and that new Cortez or whatever her name is, that freaking melonhead from New York, out there saying that socialism is now mainstream. So, yeah, the Democratic Party, you might as well be socialist. But last thing today from out of San Antonio, 2 people are hurt in a hospital after a fight involving alleged Bandito members broke out at a Southtown bar. It happened at the 100 block of Parita Street at 2:20 a.m. Police said some members of the Banditos motorcycle clubs were hanging out at Southtown 101 when a few of them became angry with a woman. At some point, guns were pulled on her. 2 other Bandito members tried to protect the woman and a fight broke out. Guns and knives were pulled out during the fight, injuring 2 people. The victims were transported to the hospital in serious condition. One person was taken into custody, but 3 others remain at large. Descriptions of the suspects were not immediately made available. Yeah, from what the story's saying, and this I can't confirm, we're looking more, but it sounds like it was brothers against brothers in this fight, which is, wow, over a woman. But isn't that what causes a lot of the problems in the MC scene? Women. But a fight between brothers with knives and guns, and wow, it's just, yeah, wow. But anyway, that's your biker angle for today. Don't forget, if you don't have the IGTV app, go over to Google Play. It's free. You can watch us there. So follow us on Instagram. Also, Facebook. We're really pumping out on there. So also go over to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already, man. We're really putting together some special stuff for YouTube. And we really appreciate the subscriptions and all that good stuff. But until then, you guys, it's a nice day out here in the Midwest anyway. So get out there, ride, be safe, watch out for all the idiots texting and the drunk drivers and all that good stuff. So with that, I'll talk to you tomorrow.